Hi everybody, it's Steve Ladd with Horan Companies, insurance agency here in Baldwinsville. And today I come to you with question number 22 in our series of 100 insurance questions in 100 days. And today's question is, what is flood insurance? And this comes at a very good time considering all of what is happening currently in Houston and South Texas as a result of Hurricane Harvey. So flood insurance is a separate policy that you purchase for your property. It is not included in a homeowner's insurance policy. It is not an endorsement onto a homeowner's insurance policy. It is a separate policy that protects you in case of a flood, because a homeowner's policy does not do any of those things. And a flood has to be defined as at least 2 pieces of property inundated with water. So it has nothing to do with general water seepage into your basement. It does not have anything to do with water backing up from sewers or drains. It all has to do with there being an actual bona fide flood in order for your flood insurance to kick in. Now, whether or not you should buy it really depends on a couple of factors. One of those factors is whether or not you are in the 100-year floodplain, meaning that there's a higher likelihood than not that your property will experience a flood sometime within a 100-year period. Now, more likely than not means more likely than other properties that are not in a 100-year floodplain. So if it's outside of the 100-year floodplain, usually it will be up to you to decide if you want to purchase flood insurance. If you are within the 100-year floodplain, it has probably been required by your lender that you purchase it for as long as you have a mortgage. In some cases, the flood maps from FEMA, who control a lot of what happens in the flood insurance industry, sometimes those maps have changed while you have owned your property. So while you didn't need flood insurance when you purchased the home, if you went to refinance or sell the property, the person who is buying it would then find out that they themselves would actually be required to carry the flood insurance now for your house. So consider yourself grandfathered in, but when you go to sell it or obtain a new loan, then anything going on with regard to the change in the flood map would then transfer over to the buyer or the new loan, and there would be some responsibility there. Otherwise, if you're outside of the 100-year plane, it's not a bad idea to have it. What's going on right now in Houston has reached levels that no one had expected beyond an 800-year period. So, meaning there were no thoughts that there would be any likelihood of a flood in an 800-year stretch of time. So that goes to show us that really anywhere at any time, regardless of placement, can experience high levels of water and thus need to have some sort of protection. And I look at flood insurance like this. If you don't need it, if you aren't required by your lender to have it, but you did buy it anyway, it's almost like having the Fastpass at Disney. Instead of having to wait and wait and wait and be in line with a lot of other people who are waiting on government assistance as a result of their properties being destroyed and not having a flood policy, you get to move right to the front of the line. You get paid almost immediately. Depending on the level of coverage that you chose, you can have your contents covered as well. It will even cover the cost of the sandbags if you try to prevent the water from coming in. So there are a lot of things that the flood policy can help you with. If you're not sure whether or not your house is in a floodplain or what type of plain it is in, feel free to give me a call. I can help you with that, and we can help determine whether or not a flood insurance policy would be the right path for you. All right, so that is flood insurance. Went a little long today, but that's all right. This is Steve Ladd over at Horan Companies, insurance agency here in Baldwinsville, and I hope you have a great day.